Hello, everyone. Welcome to the post-match review of the Chivy Derby. Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1. Talk about parking the bus and squeezing a result, lads. Very Mourinho-esque from Arteta today. Look, they went and got the job done. Fair play to them. They got the 3 points. But I actually thought, even though it was a loss, I still think there's quite a lot of positives from that game, watching it. And we'll dive into all the specifics, but Chivy, just give me your kind of overarching feelings at the minute after that, because I know we was going back and forth in the chat, weren't we, about it?
Yeah, no, I'm very impressed. Very impressed with how we played. I think before the game, I think it was me, Andy, Tim, and I think even Jonathan in the chat on the preview. Like we're all like super negative about the lineup. Like we're worried because I didn't see it happening. And yeah, like this is what I want from a manager. Like I want a manager to be like, this is what I'm trying to do. For people like us, I don't see it. Like, this is what I want. This sort of thing. Like he's shown, like there's a lot of thought that goes into this.
Yeah.
We played Bruno and Casemiro in the midfield against Declan Rice and Odegaard. But I'm telling you, yeah. What did I say?
Odegaard. No, you said just Odegaard and Rice, but obviously Zubimendi.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I was thinking Zubimendi. Sorry, yeah, Zubimendi and Rice and all that. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, of course, there were a few times when I've lost the ball, but yeah, they held their own. We just managed to do it without, we managed to make it work, and I'm super, like encouraged. Obviously, like I'm realistic about it. Like I'm not expecting us to just come and turn people over. Like there's steps to this process. Like we've been so terrible, and now we can see an improvement and build on this. And last season, like we used to see a lot of like misplaced passes, and, just sloppy, ball possession, and we hardly saw that today. Like we managed to maintain the intensity for long periods of time, and it's really something that we can take as a positive. Like I'm not fussed about the loss, about the 1-0 loss. Like it's the manner in which we played. For me, it's the performance and how we can build going forward. And yeah, that's cool. I mean, they scammed the win. It happens. Like I'm cool.
Yeah, Sam, I want to pick up on something Chivy said there about the game. I thought we looked a lot more organised, like a lot more structured than last season. Players seemed more confident in their roles, knowing what they was doing, and you can literally go across the board with that. 100%. Literally all the players, whether you go to defence, midfield, attack, just seemed like they clicked. Just seemed like, and I don't know if that's a pre-season thing. I don't know what it is, but there seems something genuinely there done it. And also last season, we all had spoken about this. The spells at the start of the game, it's like, okay, 20 minutes, they look really, really good. After that, I remember a performance against Chelsea. The first 20 minutes was incredible, like pressing the life out of them. Yeah. And then they started turning us over, and then we couldn't sustain it then. But for this full 90 minutes, they was on it, weren't they?
Yeah, no, everybody knew their jobs. Yoro was professional, excellent. Delict was just, he shut down so many players.
That was his best game in United shirt, Delict, in my opinion.
I agree. Shut down so many players. Even Shaw looked good. Shaw looked promising as well. Like, I can't say that. Dorgu continues to improve. Like, I really, really like what Dorgu's doing. Yeah. Are we going to get onto the forward line separately, I assume?
We'll get onto that.
I'll get onto separately. Midfield, like Chivy, I didn't like it, but like the lack of choice that we have. Ugarte, who came on later and looked like shit, I didn't want him playing at the start because that's what happens. Casemiro, we know sometimes don't have the legs, but his passing ability is still world class. Like some of the passes he was doing were excellent. Yeah. Bruno works his ass off no matter what. And then for some reason, he's just not fancied. I don't get it. I really don't understand that one. But that's what I was worried about. But we got the job done. And yeah, we lost out to a goalkeeping mistake, which a lot of people are saying is a foul and stuff like that. I think the goalkeeper's got to be a bit stronger, to be honest with you. But that's my idea. And we lost out. It's basically like losing to Stoke City. They got one opportunity, put it back in the net, and then they sat back and just went break us down. And
I'm actually really surprised, Sam. Like how I thought it'd be the opposite way around. I thought Arsenal would really dominate, dictate possession, and we'd be springing on the counter attack. But we just kept suffocating them with the press whenever we had the ball. And even when they played up.
Zero opportunities. Zero opportunities. Like
yeah.
I don't remember getting a shot off.
No.
I can't remember getting a shot off at any point.
Saka quiet as well, which is something in itself.
Yep.
Like one of the most liveliest players in the Premier League, who's tipped to have another like fantastic season. We kept him quiet. Well, let's stick with the midfield because I thought it just looked.
Sorry, let's not forget. Play. I don't want to forget this, but playing out from the back.
Yes, and bounce passes as well. De Ligt doing bounce passes and like little intricate bits.
Yeah, did you notice how there was a period when Arsenal kind of like pressed.
Yeah.
And I was worried. This is in the second half. And the ball went to De Ligt.
Yeah.
He passed to Dogu, came back to him, to the keeper. Keeper sent it out wide. And easily, we're out of the press. Like, I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was working. That all comes from the team being compact and knowing the roles and everyone on the same kind of hymn sheet. And I thought the reason why it worked, I don't know if you'd agree, Chavez, is Fernandes, although he was playing deeper, we don't usually like him there. Last season, he almost took it upon himself to go and do something creative or be the guy who will get an assist or a goal. And sometimes that lack of discipline in the middle would leave spaces open. But it was like he kind of trusted Mbeumo and Cunha in those roles to like let them guys do the thing and I can do my job here. Did it feel like that?
Absolutely. I think everybody kind of understood their roles in the build-up from the back to the front. Like we all kind of understood it. And what I really liked about what Bruno and Mbeumo and Cunha were doing, did you notice that in the first half there were times when you would see Cunha on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
And Mason Mount on the left and Mbeumo through the middle, and then it would switch, like just depending on how they pressed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good. And every time they switched positions, everybody just understood the roles, even from building up from the back with Luke Shaw or Yoro or De Ligt, even buying there, like, he was a fault for the goal, but there was a few times when he would pass straight into the midfield, like bypass, and he would cut off like 2 lanes of Arsenal players. And then all of a sudden the ball's in the midfield. Like, we kind of just understood that. So Bruno doesn't always have to go back and then bring the ball forward and try and dictate it. And he's just the one stringing the passes. No, everyone kind of understood their roles. And it's really refreshing to see. Like, it's like, and what's even more impressive is the change from the Leeds game. You know, that Leeds.
Yeah, huge.
Massive change. It was from that to the West Ham game, which was really good. And then we went to the Bournemouth game, which was really good. And even though the Everton game still showed some signs from before, there was still something there. You know, so you can actually see a progression. And I just like the fact that players now are just understanding what they're supposed to do. And it will take a while because there are times when we're really short in numbers up front, like when we're attacking. But it's one of those things. I mean, if we can sort out the build-up, I feel it's one of those things that we will start to understand as we go forward. So I'm not mad at all.
Yeah. Sam, a lot of the players stood out on the pitch, and you could take your pick from loads of them. However, Bryan Mbeumo, for me, mate, like obviously the first couple of games we started playing didn't seem like he was up to speed, did it? But mate, some of the first touches from him today, the long balls up to him, he was just killing it dead. Yeah. Some of the movement off the ball and the rotations, like he looks like a player, doesn't he?
He was a threat, just consistently. Calafiori just was so sick of his assignment, wasn't he? He was just annoyed having to mark this dude just constantly. Like the amount of times he yanked him back, and I was like, surely this is a yellow. Like I think he did it 3 times, and then he got a booking. Yeah. I'm like, this.
The ref was a bit thingy, wasn't he, Sam?
Yeah,
I thought a little bit.
We'll get onto the penalty thing because fuck.
Yeah.
In Mbeumo, he's just on it. Like everything that got me excited was either Cunha or Mbeumo. When they got the ball, things started happening. And I think we said in the first half, the amount of balls that went into that box, either from Dallo or Mbeumo, and it was just begging for somebody to be on the end of it in that box.
And no one was there.
Nobody's there.
You could freeze frame it at any point, and no one was in the box.
It's so frustrating. I love the fact that the balls are going to the box finally, because it's been a long time since we've seen that.
Yeah.
But it was crying out to get Sesko on there and get somebody on the end of that.
Absolutely.
So, Bryan Mbeumo, I knew he was a good player, but now I'm actually seeing it with my own eyes, like how good this guy is. Like, he's seriously good.
Yeah, I agree. Both of them look like they're going to be something, don't they? Even Cunha in moments. There was, I tell you actually a story. So I was watching it at my mates. We had just made a glass of whiskey. When Cunha took on those 2 players and he nutmegged someone at the halfway line, didn't he? And went and got through and he smashed a whiskey glass. So he went, stood up, threw his whiskey glass, and he just shattered everywhere. And that was like kind of the reaction that he got. But just those two, they look like Mavericks, don't they, in those inside 10s? Like just complete change up, man.
There was a moment, Mason Mount on a one-touch slid a ball through 2 Arsenal defenders, and Cunha's on the end of it. Yeah. And it's just a little tiny bit in front of him, so he's stretching to get the shot off, so the shot wasn't quite there. But if you get that pass right in, I see that top corner, like just smashing into the top corner.
Can we have some praise for Mount as well? Sorry.
Wait, no, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Chivy wants to get to that.
Okay.
What about that turn from Cunha? The ball comes from Bayandi and he just flicks it. And
then mate, I forgot about that.
That was mad.
That me and like,
that was mad. I mean, it wasn't even reckless. Like, it was
class.
So brilliant. Like, it was intelligent. Like, it was an intelligent move. I was so impressed with that. Like, there's little things like this. But then, like, you guys were talking about Mbeumo. Like, that's not even like.
That's 70% in it, you'd probably say, watching him.
Yeah. He's not even there yet. Like, he's still, you can tell like him and Ahmad still need to play together a little bit to understand, because there were a few decisions where they kind of misread the play, they misread each other's runs. There were so many times that we could have taken advantage, but like kind of missed out on a few things. But yeah, I mean, just give him time. But Mason Mount, like I said in the chat,
say again.
I said, man, I might have to do a forfeit because like I've given this guy hell. But yeah, bro, he's just intelligent, man. Because initially I thought one of the issues I had with the lineup was him. And I said it to Andy in the preview, in the chat during the preview, like, and I said, I think the manager just set him up just to press. And when Mason Mount was pressing, when we used to see him press last season, he just runs.
Yeah,
doesn't really do anything much. He just runs and tries to press. Now the decisions he's making. Do you remember when Saka gets the ball like in the first half, and we think, oh, here we go, and he literally just nicks it off him.
Yeah.
And he's making intelligent decisions. The passing is intelligent. He's switching plays. And yeah, I'm so impressed. Like it's a headache now. It's a headache because it's a headache because I wanted to see Xerxes, I want to see Sesko, I wanted to like how's that going to work now? It's a headache because if he keeps playing like this and we're all and all the players are sort of forming this kind of chemistry, what happens when he's not there?
Man. Competition.
I mean, it's great, And just to add on the fact that on the attacking sort of thing where no one's in the box, I think it's something that we would get better on, because so many times if you freeze it, it's Arsenal defended with 6, they defended with the 4, and Zubimendi and Rice would drop back. So literally it would look like 6. And then there'll be 2 or maybe 3 United players. And I would just think like, there's no way we're going to get at the end of a cross. But it's one of those things that we're going to develop as we go forward. Like, I'm seeing the signs. It's just, I think it's precaution because we can't really commit too many bodies forward, because when we lose the ball, then we're at an advantage. So it's one of those things. But I think we'll get it right going forward.
Before we talk about Sesko and a few other things, Sam, any comments?
Yeah. Let's have a look. Tim 99, really frustrating outcome, but really good play. Andy Williams, at least we create some chances. 15 minutes in the season, goalkeeping issues remind everybody how important it is. New mistake would cost us, shit keeper. Other than that, lots of positives. My damn United, even everyone really pleased with the progress we've made. Watching that 60% plus possession against Arsenal, pinning them back for large periods. Dorgu was class. What a strike. Yeah, he hit the post as well, didn't he, Dorgu? Forgot about that. Yeah. Can't understand Mount position on the corner. Meant to be between the corner of Davini as Rasmus hold up on Saliba. Saliba fouls him. Saliba fouls him in the box. Yeah, your opinion, man. Playing like that will win more than we lose, but desperately need a keeper. I agree. Mbeumo has matter levels of ball control. Yeah, his first touch is excellent. Cunha looks like a really player. Cunha's runs are ridiculous. Really hope that's the standard of intensity for every game, not just big games. Yes. It seems like that's what Amrin wants to do. He said that's the way he wants to play. So I imagine that's what he wants going forward.
I'm all for it, mate.
Yeah.
I have a bad omen, right? Whenever we hit the post, Brighton.
Yeah.
This goes back years. When we lost, there was a game we lost 2-1 or 3-1 to Liverpool. Dimitar Berbatov hit that post. We're having a really good game. He hit the post and we lost that. when we lost 7-1 in the first half against Liverpool, one of us hit the post. I can't remember what player hit that post and went on to lose the game. It's crazy. And then when it happened in this game, I was just like, fuck.
I didn't have you down for a superstitious person.
I'm not. But then every time we hit that, I get flashbacks immediately. And this is the third time now that I've noticed that we've never won whenever we hit that right-hand post.
On the woodwork, Man United have recorded 20-plus shots in a single Premier League game against Arsenal for the first time since the 8-2 win in August 2011, which was a game I was at. So, yeah, I think refreshing.
You can tell how the performance was, just how us three are talking about it. Because even though we lost, we're still quite radiant about certain things on the pitch, whereas as opposed to last season, a lot of the times we talk like, fuck's sake, he's done that again, he's fucking here again, midfield's not this, not doing that. But there was so many positives from that. It was just, the one thing I have with it, and going back to Mount a little bit, I love Mason Mount as much as the next person. It's just, when you're playing there, you do lack that kind of focal point in the box at times because he's pressing and because it's fluid. Sometimes he seems to lose himself a little bit when you actually in the final third in a really important moment. Half of them are on the edge of the box.
Yeah,
no one to put it into.
You don't have the instinct to run into the 6-yard box.
Do you remember the Charity Shield? I think it was. Yeah. Let's go back a year. Yeah. Where I think it might have been Garnacho who squared it, fucking shockingly enough, because he never.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And Mount should have been there, and he just didn't pick up on it, and that's what you don't get with him when he plays in that position. However, when it was getting to the 65th minute ish, Sam, there was a cry for Sesko. Well, there certainly was in the house I was watching it in, but I'd imagine people were like, "Get him on, get him on." Mm-hmm. He didn't sparkle. He didn't do anything necessarily like amazing or anything, but even you can see at points with his hold-up play. As opposed to Rasmus Højlund, you can play it into him. He's a big lad. He gives the centre-backs something to think about as well, didn't he?
Yeah. No, there was a ball that came across, and he chested it down and sort of turned, and he plays it out to Ugarte, who then just fucking smashes it into Rosette, and I'm like,
oh, mate.
In what world do you think you're capable of doing this? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
you knew he was going to slice it.
Yeah, it's like, don't do that.
Like, don't fucking it. Switch it to Ahmad. Ahmad was in space.
Yeah, but like, that was a nice little example of Sesko touch, lay it off, and then he's making a run inside the box. And you think, like you said, if he lays it off to Ahmad, maybe Ahmad puts it across and Sesko's on the end of it. Maybe that happens. But it was just, he didn't have a lot to sort of feed off. And you could tell he's still getting up to standard. And it's probably why he didn't start, because he still looked like he's trying to figure out, okay, these are new teammates. He goes there, he's shifting that. So he's still trying to work it out. But I think as time goes on, he will get better, and you will see him being more effective. Yeah. Compared to Gyökeres, who's supposedly more experienced, supposedly the better player. No shots, just stunk up. There was a touch. Do you remember that touch where the ball comes across and he loses it under his feet and then turns around and goes, "Oh yeah, the ball's there." Like, I
guarantee AFTV, if they're not still live now or in the live before, they were already moaning about him. I can fucking guarantee.
And he got hooked at 60 minutes, an hour in, and they hook him off like.
Interesting, very interesting. One thing that Amrin touched on, Chivy, was that when Sesko did come onto the pitch, we weren't putting enough crosses in for him. But when you start to see that relationship develop, you think about Ahmad cutting in and putting those crosses in, and Bumo is someone who's got a fantastic cross as well. Dorgu as well, when he gets to the byline, like, that's going to be service for Sesko to feed off, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's also chemistry. He's been here a week. So he probably had 2 training sessions maybe before the game. So he's barely training. What I did like about him was I was watching his runs, and every time you could just tell, like, he just made Gabriel just nervous. Like, he would just, whenever he's running, he takes like a player with him, and then there's someone else just always like looking over their shoulder. Like, so it's one of those things where I know that once we understand how he plays, because I mean, obviously he's coming from a different league. Like Mbeumo and Cunha are both like Premier League players, so they're literally, this is kind of normal
for it.
So they're kind of low. And then whenever we got the ball in wide areas, when Sesko was playing, I was watching him, and he always signaled, like he always did that, put it up there, sort of thing. So yeah, it would come through. It would come through at some point. I really like it, because if you notice that when he came on and when we're pressing towards the end, if you notice, like, Ahmad always had, like, so last season you would have maybe 2 people on Ahmad most times, Now there's one person on Ahmad, there's one person at the end of the box because like you've got Sesko to handle. So it frees up some of our players and leaves them with less people to worry about. So I mean, it's one of those things that I'm so patient. I'm so calm. Like we've lost Arsenal. I'm so calm.
Well, that's how I knew. I could just the vibe, like talking about it. And Amrin spoke after the game about this, and he said we were much more aggressive than last year. We pressed high up the pitch. We showed quality with the ball. I'm proud of the game we played. It was a completely different from last season. Yeah. Is that something that performance you can watch and you can start to grab onto now and think, do you know what, we might be all right?
Oh yeah, it's night and day, isn't it? Like you look at, I mean, take a pick from any of the performances last season. It's night and day, isn't it? The intensity, the organisation, the pressing, the aggression, the fight, and the willing to get onto. Like somebody pointed out, who's much more intelligent on tactics on me, and I can't remember who it was on Twitter, but the way we jump for second balls now is totally different. Like last more time we were always last season we were like a second or 2 seconds behind everything and just chasing all the time. Whereas here we're like, now we know where we are and we'll jump to it, get hold of it. The aggression as well. There was a moment where Saka's on the right hand side and De Ligt just comes across and just fucking shoves him out of the way. Just goes.
De Ligt was really good today. I don't think we can overlook that.
Oh, he's fantastic. It just goes fuck off and just sends Saka on the floor who's whinging for a free kick, gets the ball, plays it out. And I'm like, that's what I want from a defender. I want a guy who comes in and just absolutely bricks the forward and just knocks him to the floor. Like, and I love everything about the attitude was spot on. Whereas so many times last season the attitude just wasn't there, or the attitude was piss poor and they weren't focused and they were just hoping a quality got them out of the moment. Whereas we actually tried to make opportunities. We didn't give up either. Like when chances didn't happen. Or by the way, David Raya, some good saves. Oh man, really, really good.
He's one
saves
of the best keepers in the league.
Yeah, like some fantastic saves he made, like with Mbumo and a couple of other chances. If it were for David Raya, you probably would have got 2 or 3 because we created a lot of opportunities. And
I think we deserved a point minimum.
Oh, definitely,
bare minimum.
And then last season, we didn't have any shots on target. We weren't really creating chances. Like it just wasn't there. Yeah. You saw all of that in one game today, which makes me really, really excited to see what's happening next against Fulham. Is it next? I think.
Yeah, Fulham. Yeah, we had the title contenders ruffled all game. They look worried. That Odegaard's half-time interview was talking about our attackers and how good they are and how difficult they are to defend against and all these kind of things. Like, I'm telling you, mate, Bruno spoke as well after the game. He said, we have high hopes for this season. There are some positive aspects to remember. I really like the reaction of the fans at the end. I really appreciate what they did. It was more of a sign of hope than what we did during the game. If you put up performances like that and you start scoring goals, you'll beat the majority of teams in the Premier League, in my opinion, just playing like that. Because don't get twisted, Arsenal are a very, very good team, and they just added so much quality to there as well. I don't want to overreg it. I don't want to get too excited, but given how pre-season went, Chive, because there was certain question marks around that, and how he's just feeling in general, does that give you enough now to kind of be like, right?
It has. It absolutely has. And just to touch on what Bruno was saying, like players feed off the energy, like apart from like the energy from the fans. When you're playing well, I mean, you kind of just get more confidence from it. Like you're not. One of the problems we've had is all the slumps that we've had terrible periods where we're just playing rubbish and it's crap. And the morale is low, but then when you're playing well, the morale is there. It's kind of this is how you build momentum, right? And I think it's one of those things that makes everybody else perform well, and then I can see that and be like, yeah, because right now. I don't mean to be like, I don't want to sound like deluded or anything, but then if we went for the next 4 or 5 games, maybe we got a draw and a loss against City or whatever, but if we're playing in a style of football that I can see working within the next couple of months, that would then progress us. I don't care. Like I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck the manager. And, or, if a player like, makes a mistake and then we lose a game, or it's, some of the times that we're under pressure today was from individual mistakes. So, for example, the goal, and then when Ugarte gives the ball away, under pressure, because as a defender, you're flat-footed, right? Yeah. Right, in that sort of situation, and you either just get the foul or
that's what Maguire did, didn't he? Maguire just took.
You had to buy it.
Was it Odegaard? Yeah. He just had to take him out because otherwise he's in a goal. Is it Havertz?
Kai Havertz. Yeah. So you have to buy the foul, stuff like that. But then, but then if the team performances are good, and I can see if it shows me that there's a vision there, there's thinking behind it. There's we're heading towards something. It's not just aimless, like with Ten Hag and Amorim last season, where it was just the same, no improvement, nothing. That is something I can get behind, I can believe in, because I know that even if it takes me a season or two, we'll be right there. And I think we'll get there a lot quicker than we actually think we would. I think we can, if we get a goalkeeper, maybe another midfielder, I think we'll be there or thereabouts. When I say there or thereabouts, I don't mean winning.
No, but competing at least.
Competing, for European sort of places. Yeah. 5th, 6th, we can build on that, and then the next season. So to answer your question, yes, it's something I can absolutely get behind.
Just to round off the review, Sam, there's 2 things I want to talk about. One of them was Ugarte, and the other one was the goal that they scored, and just a couple of incidents with the penalties and stuff like that. Amrin spoke on the Arsenal goal. He said it's not playing the ball. I understand we want goals, but when you're touching the goalkeeper, sometimes you are pushing and you don't have more hands to go for the ball. We need to be stronger. We're not changing the rules. We have to adapt to the rules. Today, I think we're a better team. And then Bruno said when you touch the goalkeeper and he can't jump, that makes it difficult for Altay. We know in the Premier League they don't give much, even if they had a meeting with us saying that we will whistle more if players block and don't look at the ball. But it's more of a saying, basically. So a little bit of a dig there at the referees and officials. Well, what did you make of the incident? So talk to me about that, and then we'll get on to Ugarte.
I think, that maybe the point, but in my eyes, I think the goalkeeper's got to be stronger. You saw a very similar incident, I think, in the second half, where Raya gets a ball right on top of him. He clears out the entire defence, gets a fist on it, and punches it clear. Yeah. That's what you need to do. As a goalie, that's what you should be doing. Doesn't matter who the fuck's in front of you, you go through him and you punch the ball clear, or you grab hold of it, just get the ball rid of. And he's too easily pushed and grabbed hold of and pulled, and he just allows it to happen. I think he's got to be stronger. And a similar thing happened, was it Son's corner against Spurs, where he just puts it right on top of him and it's in the back of the net. Yeah. So he's got he's done this before. So we said in pre-season, Bayindir ain't the one. All the people who were calling for him over Onana, he ain't the one either. I would seriously be happier with Tom Heaton starting against Fulham next weekend. I can't. He's not good enough. A goalkeeper's needed. It's not good enough. He needs to be stronger.
Heaton can't be that bad.
No.
He's
clearly don't rate him, innit? The manager don't rate him. No. There must be a reason for it. I don't know. I trust the manager in that situation, but it's like picking out of chocolate bars. You've got a Turkish delight, a double decker, and do you know what I mean? It's just what do you do? We need some premium in that position. It's going to be difficult.
Do you think it's Bayindir's distribution and stuff? Because he's really good on the ball.
I thought it was
really
better.
Good on the ball. Yeah.
I didn't usually rate him, to be honest, playing out from the back, but he seemed a bit more composed, foot on the ball, drilling passes every night, just setting the tempo. From the back, that was fine. But the thing is, the one moment that's won that game is arguably from him.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do that, if he's a bit stronger, if you've got Donnarumma in goal, then that game ends up a draw, really. And you think, well, we should have won it. You deserve the win.
Really. Yeah, I'm just saying in regards to, is that the reason why maybe he prefers Bayindir to Tom Heaton? Possibly.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, Because one thing I didn't see in this game were the aimless goal kicks. You know how
Jesus Christ.
You get a goal kick and it's just we're just handing them possession because we just play right back to them. And I didn't see any of that this game. Yeah. But I'm just saying nobody should think I'm saying Bayindir should
No, we get it.
That's not what I'm saying, right?
If we can change the title to Chivy wants Bayindir in net for the next game, then that'd be great. Nice
Chivy is Bayindir's number one supporter.
Yeah, Bayindir's number one fan. Last thing, lads, and this is to the chat as well, by the way. We'll get to the comments to finish the show. Manuel Ugarte.
Oh, fucking hell.
What do we do?
He had a really poor game last year at West Ham? And he got dropped for the rest of the season, essentially. We didn't see him, and I'm like, this does not look good. And then pre-season, he's not looked good.
Shocking.
And then he's come off the bench, and he's given away the ball at least 3 times. that I remember that I counted. And then there was a moment I touched on with Sesko where he touched it off to him and he thinks he's going to score a 30-yard screamer, which I don't understand what his thinking was there. He's not the one, man. He's not the one.
He's really not, is there? Yeah, for all those people who's calling me an idiot for not rating Ugarte, mate, after he had one good performance in pre-season, he needs to do it more consistently. He's in the same camp for me, Chive, as your Dallows and Onanas and Shaws. You know, you're just capable of just like...
Yeah.
I know they were much better today. I'm not speaking kind of specifically on today's performance, but you know, them people just like lapse of concentration every now and then. That pass could have killed that game straight away had they converted.
Could have killed it. And then remember when we're trying to get it, we were piling on the pressure in like extra time, and then he just gives away needless foul on Bukayo Saka. Like when we just need, like sometimes like when the ball is in the air, you don't have to contest with it.
Yeah.
And Saka buys the ball, and then that's it. We've lost momentum. But like, I just hope he learns from this. He kind of does how, because we wrote off Maguire. And he came back and performed. Even Casemiro last season, like he redeemed himself and all that. So the only thing I can hope for Ugarte is that he just learns from this sort of situation, because at some point we will need him, like when there's injuries and stuff. And I understand why the manager wanted to play him today, because we needed someone to, we needed that engine in the midfield to take, to win balls, to win the tackles and feed it back into the attack. So I completely understand why he would go for Ugarte at that time. But I just hope he learns from it, really. And he's got people around him who've been in that position before.
Yeah, he's still relatively young as well. I mean, he's only 23, I think, so he's still got a bit to learn. But we've invested a lot of money in him. This is one of the few in your signings, really, that's a bit like...
I don't think he has a future, to be honest. Like, because Ineos don't hang about. Like,
no. Højlund, look at Højlund. They've literally just gone, nah, you're gone, mate. See ya. Bye.
Ruthless.
Yeah.
They don't hang about. If he doesn't pull up his socks this season, I think we'll start looking for offers.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. If we can finish with some comments, Sam, and then we'll
end. My damn United are confident we'll get fifth, fitness permitting, 1 game a week. Judging things by the squad's understanding the system, each other only improve. Dan Errington signed Donnarumma ASAP. I think he's going to City, mate, unfortunately. Brian Casey, evening everyone, shout out to Brian. So strange to be optimistic after the loss. That's the best losing performance in a very long time. I'd also argue we should buy a keeper before a midfielder now. Can't go into another season with this mess between the posts. I mean, both positions are really, really urgent in my eyes. Ryan, man in the match, that tells you how it went exactly. How's Owen? Oh shit, yeah. I've put the wrong scoreline on the graphic. Apologies, guys. I've put 0-0 instead of 1-0. Apologies. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. I urge everyone to watch the press conference. The face on Ruben when Jamie Jackson asked the same question 3 times. He's really pissing me off, by the way, Jamie Jackson.
What question did Jamie Jackson ask?
I don't. Brian, what question? Go on.
We'll have to check.
Yeah, Brian, let me know what question it is, and we'll get to.
Isn't he a man? Like I thought he was.
No, he's from Nottingham.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Who Jamie Jackson is?
Yeah. Nottingham Forest fan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We may as well give him a chance. I damn United. Surprised we let Radel Vitek go. Yeah, can we recall him? Is he got recall? Because fucking hell.
I think just go buy a fucking keeper, please.
Yeah. Absolutely shocking game today for me. Guy had high hopes, but he's not good enough. I thought it was a good sign at the time, but not live up to standards. No wonder the PSG didn't have his plans. Ugarte made my early Casemiro comment look chump-like. I'll keep faith that can improve consistently, but no love lost at the start. The question was, are you happy with the 3 keepers? And he kept asking it until he got the soundbite he wanted. That was the question he kept asking.
Yeah, again, I've mentioned this before to journalists when we spoke to him. Like, just get better people asking better questions, and it's like what fans actually want to know, other than fucking sound bites and headlines. It does me head in that. Like, what do you think of Rashford's new car? Or like, fucking shit. Stupid. Yeah, I think we can leave it at that, guys. I think we've covered the majority of things there. So really, really appreciate everyone tuning in. Apologies it was late. It was my fault why it was late, because I was watching it at a house and then couldn't get a taxi back and just ended up turning into mayhem. But you all still joined and got your opinions in, which is the main thing, importantly. Please do keep an eye on our Instagram for the follow-up to the match, any kind of quotes from the managers and players and all that kind of jazz. Also, there'll be a kind of 5 things from me personally on TikTok uploaded, and then there'll be kind of any transfer news on Twitter as well. So drop us a follow on socials, subscribe to the channel. How many subs are we on, Sam, before we head off?
24,590.
Cool. So 410 subs until 25,000. Yep. Awesome. Yep. If there's anyone new and you've appreciated the review, yeah, please do subscribe to the channel or at least consider it. And we'll check you guys out in the next one. See you out.
Peace.
In a bit.